to go with the flow. But the one who goes against the flow becomes someone remarkable in life. Before I could explain all this to the traffic police, he levied a fine on me. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. This fine is not only imposed on me, but on you, and everyone present over here whenever we try to take a path which is different from the crowd. This fine forces us to fall back in line and finally we become approval addicts. I admit of having been one such addict at some point of time in my life. How about you? But I believe that whenever the world says no, it is our duty to say yes and prove ourselves. I learned this lesson long time back in my life. When I was young, though I'm still young, but when I was younger, in my first grade, my class teacher, a huge lady wearing huge spectacles and a huge flower in her bun, one day asked each one of us to recite a poem. I was the first one to stand in front of the class and I started. Twinkle, twinkle. No sooner had I started, that teacher said, no. Humiliated, I went back to my seat. Next was Priya's turn. She came in front of the class and started. Twinkle, twinkle. Guess what? No. But Priya continued till the end of the poem, and after she was done, my teacher said, well done, Priya. I stood up impatiently and cried, but ma'am, even I was seen doing the same, wasn't I? She replied, Neha, it's not enough to know your lesson. You must know that you know and not seek approvals. When you allowed me with a no, you showed me that you were not confident. Neha, this world says no in a number of ways. You're not so talented, you're not so beautiful, you're too old, you're too young. But every time the world says no, it is your duty to say yes and prove yourself. Lessons learned in your childhood are generally long-lasting. For me, it lasted long, very long. And then I got married. My husband, a crazy, wild adventure freak, and I, a terrible acrophobic, fearing heights like anything. Marriages, they say, are made in heaven. One day, last month, sipping his cup of tea, he retorted, adventure is not your cup of tea, darling. You need confidence, courage, and cocktail to do it. I want to do it. I turned to my mother for support. Seeing you since childhood, you can't do it. Now it was time to test my friendship. Since I was in need, turned to my best friend, shot the question. Nah, such acts are too big for you. Don't even think about it. My entire world was saying no. It was a difficult moment for me. And what did I do? I moved forward, said yes, and there I was standing at the top of a mountain, 1,500 feet above the ground. The wind blows very hard at such a height. And I am one of those who sits under the fan with seatbelts on. So you can very well understand how hard it was for me to maintain my ground. I had my headgear on, I had my harness on, and I was ready to do paragliding. And here was my instructor, tall, skinny, monkey-capped, instructing me. Alright, we are ready to go. You see that edge over there? When I count to 3, I want you to run as fast as you can towards it. My whole body was trembling and my throat was dry. I wonder if Mountain Dew would have helped at that time. After all, victory is beyond your fears, and so I did it. I just ran and ran, my brain refusing to believe what my stupid body was doing. A few steps felt like forever, and then suddenly, miraculously, my feet left the ground, and we soared up and away. Madam, how do you like it? Called my instructor who was trapped behind me. I don't know, but can we land now? Madam, you see the weight? It's very strong. Our combined weight is not big, so we are not posing any obstruction. We will have a long flight and good value for your money. Come on, is this the time to teach me value for money? Indeed, I had a long flight. And because of this, I eventually crossed my threshold of anxiety and entered excitement. Yippee! I yelled, my adrenaline as sky high as the rest of me. The instructor, shocked at the sudden turnaround of reaction, asked, Madam, are you okay? Yes, I was fine, madam. I had done it. I had flown. I had faced my fear and won and had proved it. This is not just my story. This is everyone's story. Everyone, and I mean everyone, intends to convert a thought into action, your potential into your kinetic energy, your no to a yes. Only a handful of us are able to do that. So the next time any policeman stops you, just remember that whenever the world says your duty is to save and prove yourself.